is watching that critical phrase, considerable time. What is your bet on whether there's going to be a change and what that really means?
Well, what we think will happen this week is that they do shift from thinking that interest rates will rise in a considerable time to being patient with monetary policy, or patient upon that time. To most of us, that wouldn't mean a whole heck of a lot, but in Fed speak, what that means is we're inching closer to the first rate hike. So for us, we think they do change that language from considerable time to patient, and we think that means that we're about 6 months away from the first rate hike.
All right, so when that does happen, let's say it sounds like June is when you're thinking, when they do raise rates, how will that ascension be? Will it be gradual, or is it going to be steep? How do you think they'll approach it?
They'll approach it very gradual. They'll try to communicate that as well. We think that they're essentially going to try to initiate a series of rate hikes that is much more flat than what we've seen in the past, or subdued, or patient, to borrow the phrase that they're likely to implement in the pace of rate hikes. So for us, what that means is something akin to 25 basis points every other meeting, or once a quarter.
Interesting. It's interesting because this Fed seems very divided. How do you see that impacting not only this meeting, but also as they move forward into this new phase of policy?
Well, you know, we go from a period where all the doves agree that we need to be patient and wait for a considerable time to hike rates, to when the data starts to spin more positive, and then we get some of the hawks talking like we should be hiking more soon, and now here we are inching toward rate hikes, and that's largely because data has been broadly positive. We've seen GDP be very positive, strong employment data, unemployment rate keeps going down, and wages are now starting to pick up. It's much easier to get people to coalesce around data when it's all moving in one direction, and we're starting to have that right now. And so that's why we think we're moving closer to a rate hike and moving more toward everybody agreeing that now is the right time.